Louisiana's political maps are once again under the microscope. The Supreme Court is set to take up the case known as Calais versus Louisiana next month, and lawmakers are on standby for a special session to deal with the outcome. Here's a look at the latest. Challenges to Louisiana's congressional map stretch back to the 1990s. The state's six-district plan has long been entangled in a legal tug-of-war between Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act and the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment, two cornerstones of U.S. voting rights laws that operate in different ways. Section 2 prohibits any voting practice that discriminates on the basis of race, color, or membership in a language minority group. It is frequently invoked in redistricting cases, particularly when minority voting strength is diluted. The Equal Protection Clause, by contrast, is a constitutional guarantee requiring states to treat individuals equally under the law, setting limits on how race can be considered in drawing political maps.
Every time there is redistricting, there has traditionally been a lawsuit. We've seen that dating all the way back until since the 90s, when the legislature attempted to draw a majority-minority district, and after 6 or 8 years of litigation, 2 judgments by courts declaring it unconstitutional, we went back to the 5-1 map that was pre-cleared twice by the Justice Department and then, for the most part, readopted by the legislature in 2021.
After the 2020 census, Louisiana redrew its U.S. House congressional map. Although Black residents make up roughly 1/3 of the state's population, the 2022 plan included only one majority Black district out of the 6. Civil rights groups and Black voters sued, arguing the map diluted Black voting power in violation of Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. A federal district court, and later the Fifth Circuit, agreed the map likely violated the law and ordered a remedy. In response, Louisiana lawmakers passed Senate Bill 8 in 2024, creating a second majority Black district by carving away parts of former Congressman Garrett Graves' territory. The new district stretches from Shreveport to Baton Rouge, where Congressman Cleo Fields successfully campaigned and won the District 6 seat.
It's unfortunate that we're going through this at all. A Republican-led controlled state legislature with a Republican governor created and passed a map that created a second district. The people have spoken. The maps were created. There was an election held. There is a representative serving in the seat. I fail to realize or to understand why there would be any further discussion.
The latest legal challenge is a lawsuit known as Louisiana versus Calais. It contends that the 2024 map is a racial gerrymander, meaning race was the predominant factor in drawing the district lines in ways that violate the Equal Protection Clause.
We have written a brief at this stage to address the question that the court raised about whether it violates the 14th or 15th Amendment to draw a racially gerrymandered map. And the answer to that question has typically been yes.
We really should not be getting caught up on the actual law itself, but the rule of law. And I think if you look at it from that perspective, then it becomes much clearer to everybody that this just isn't right.
The Louisiana Legislative Black Caucus is asking a state judge to force Attorney General Liz Murrill to resume defending a congressional map that includes 2 majority-minority districts.
We filed a writ of mandamus, which ultimately would ask the Attorney General to uphold her constitutional duty. One, either to defend the map as she has done consistently throughout this process, or at least not challenge the constitutionality of the acts of the legislature, because the acts that we pass are presumed constitutional until the court declares otherwise.
The U.S. Supreme Court has ordered additional oral arguments scheduled for October 15, 2025. Until a final decision, the current map remains in effect. In anticipation of potential rulings from the Supreme Court, Louisiana's legislature is considering holding a special session to reconvene redistricting discussions.